Queens of Peace High School in North Arlington. The girls at this high school were asked to sign an anti-curse pledge. And the interesting thing about this story is it was only the girls that had to sign the pledge. The boys were not asked to do so. And they didn't realize as they were signing the pledge, they found out after the fact, and they're like, what the hell is going on? So they asked administrators on campus why they decided to do that. And Lori Flynn, a teacher at the school, said the following: "We want ladies to act like ladies." So if you're a guy, it's totally fine to curse. It's totally fine to do it because that's a manly thing to do. But if you're a lady, you gotta act like a lady. No cussing for you.
Well, I think they, when asked about that, their response was something of the nature of, well, once the boys see that the women are curtailing their offensive speech, certainly they're going to want to. Like that was really to lead, let the ladies lead by example.
Right, because that always works.
You do women curse like sailors?
Women
like,
do
constantly.
I curse like a sailor constantly. And I have to be honest with you, when I first started working here, I did not curse like a sailor, but the guys definitely had a bit of an influence on me. I was the only woman in this company for like 4 years, I think it was, before we started hiring more women. And I remember like having a discussion with some of my friends, and one of my friends referred to me as one of the most vulgar people she has ever met. She's like, why do you talk like that? In fact, so I've been on the show for 6 years and nothing has ever made news except for the one time where I said fuck you to Greg Gutfeld on Fox News.
Wow.
That's the one thing that made news.
Did he deserve it?
Hell yeah, he deserved it.
All right, just making
yeah,
sure.
definitely.
I like that was and joining us today, Anna Kasparian. Fuck you, Greg.
Like, do you get turned off by
I think it's ridiculous. Like, no, I don't get turned off at all by cursing.
Do you get turned on
whatsoever.
by cursing?
Very much so, unless I don't. If I'm not paying extra for it, yes, treat me poorly. Curse at me while you whip and spit in my eye. But what's disturbing to me is that this is what a school is so concerned with. Like, this is what they're taking their time to write a pledge, to have, to have females write it. There's probably something about global warming that you could be learning out of some basic arithmetic. There's probably something more important than a cursing pledge going on. And you're in Jersey, by the way.
Yeah.
You're a Catholic school in Jersey. You should burst into flames just walking into that school. I've seen the shore. I know what goes on there.
So should there be like an anti-tanning pledge instead?
Yes, exactly.
Does that make more sense?
Sign that you will not do no GTL and you will not model your life after Snooki.
Right.
Please.
Yeah.
Like, it's that is what bothered me most about the story, is that they were, not that he was, I mean, yes, it was sexist, and yes, it was misguided, and it seems silly. It just seems incredibly silly. But it was more that people were wasting time tackling this particular issue.
Right, absolutely. And like this stereotyping and pushing certain gender expectations is obviously something that gets on my nerves. I talk about it on the show on a regular basis. And also, there's nothing wrong with expressing yourself. If you're really upset and you want to use a word like fuck, it's not the end of the world. You see what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you should learn where you can and can't say it. There are certain professional environments where it doesn't make sense. Let's have a discussion about that. You want to have a class about, like, I don't know, doing job interviews or how to perform at the workplace. That makes sense. But
shit,
saying,
I'm fucking qualified. Sign me up, motherfucker.
That works
That's
for me.
Perfect time to say that.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you slide that resume across the desk.